Alright, what's up guys? Are you guys ready to do this? Let's get it on. Alright guys, so we are going to get ready. I'm behind schedule here. I was planning on having this done sooner. Alright, check. Good. Alright. Why does that always pop back up? Okay. Yeah, I'm having a killer day, bro. Can you guys see my screen alright and everything? Alright. Let me close out all these fucking windows. Check. Okay. Live chat. Pop that shit out. Ba-bam. Let's get it on. Yeah, I'm killing it, dude. Probably like the biggest 24 hours I've ever had by far. Yeah, by far. Like, I can't remember any other time I made this much money before. Okie dokie. So, came back in this area here. Dipped into it again after going into it last night a little bit. Let's get all this shit off our charts, though. Let's look for gaps here. Let's go to the hourly chart. Because with big news events like these, it's usually going to be gaps that are going to be the draw. Okay, so we have that big ass gap. Big ass motherfucking gap right there. Okay, and then once it settles down, I'll trade it once it settles down a little bit. This one on SPX is really far away, so I don't know. Doesn't really make sense for it to go all the way down here, but it could. I mean, it's only you know, it's not even 100 points away, so. And remember, during Fed releases, it goes one way for about 30 minutes, and then it usually reverses. So you think that's the move, but the move actually hasn't even happened yet. It's usually how it works. All right, so right here, I see an area of balance that has not been hit into on SPX. So I will not close my puts. I have a couple puts that I'm going to leave on. Okay, so SPX is popping. I think it just made an all-time new high, right? But look at NQ's like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna be chilling right here. It like barely moves. It's kind of funny. Yeah, there's a gap above, maybe. I just think it's kind of funny how NQ's just like, nah, not today, man. Not today, dude. I don't feel like being your bitch today, man. Because it's been ES's bitch for quite some time now, so it's kind of humorous. Okay, what is that up there? Oh, let me fix this. I should have had this all done, but I was running behind schedule. Okay, now it's popping. All right. Okay, so let's look in this. This is where it's at right now. Let's go to 10-minute here. Not a very big aggressive move. It's kind of not too aggressive. So there's this area here, obviously. Like, this has not been fucked with yet. So you have selling, buying, selling. So we want to go at the start of the buying up. And then that one doesn't meet the criteria. That one's been touched into. So it's one of these two, I would suspect, for NQ. Just because it's not taking out the high. Like, SPX is off to the fucking races. I will short the fuck out of this right here. Oof. The fuck was that? Try this again. That's a crazy spread, like. It's fine, it's going down anyways, but fuck around, man. Like, I have the wrong contract on or something. Let me try this contract. Because that was crazy. That was like a $500 fucking spread on a market order. Let's go in. Yeah, let's try this one. Let's see. Yeah, so. Weird. I'm not pressing it onto my chart. God damn. Sometimes it's tough being blonde. Alright, so there it is. It's the same. Alright, I'm gonna exit that. The trade was like that down, but it fucked me pretty good there. Let me put SPX back on my chart. I think it's still gonna reverse here, but I'm not sure which one it is. I can't remember. Okay, it's that one. Alright, let's pull up the DOM, I guess, to see what the spread is. Yeah, spread's a couple points. It's nothing like fucking crazy. Alright. Maybe it was just right at that moment. It was being a little bitch like that. Alright, so we're coming back into here again. Yeah, it's gonna blast it. Alright, so where's the next area? The next area is quite a ways away. So if it can break this high, close above it, I'll go long, targeting up here. But I need like a good close on like a 30-second chart at least. And I'm gonna miss the whole fucking trade though. So 5200.01, 5250 I think they said on Spot Gamma yesterday. So I can't remember if it's 5200 or 5250. They said that there's some pinning action going on there. All right, so there's the close. Why is it doing that? See, it just put me in the market. It's acting like it does when it's the wrong contract. Fuck it. No, it's not counting though. Yeah, it's not counting as a profit though. Let's try. We might have to go to Trade-O-Vape. Oh, there we go. Okay, so apparently it did not like the NQ1 right now. So I don't have that other one on my fucking chart. So we're gonna have to do that real quick. I don't know where it fucking went. Okay, it's right here though. Okay. So yeah, it was right here. And we had this one here from buying to there. And then that one's filled in, and then it was this one. Yeah. Okay, so it's through both of those. This should be a good pullback here to probably, let's see. Let me get back. I'm all flustered now. They're just evals though. It's not like the fucking end of the world. Okay, so it's just flushing through that one. So where's the next one here? So it's probably gonna go to, I would check out this doji. Let's see here. No, I already busted it. I haven't really traded this strategy on high impact news, so I'm not really like familiar with how it treats it. Like, does it overshoot it or not? Some strategies get overshot, but I'm gonna go short. Put more puts though. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna add in to my position. It got stopped out anyways. So I would think that this is probably that false move. So I'm just waiting to see here if it's going to try to go up there, or if it's going to just roll over here. Now I'm going to add into this. Come on, you little bitch. Beautiful. Alright, should be bigger so now you guys can see. So right now, I believe it's going to go to 50% of this. SPX still has a ways to go here. It's like right, I just bought those puts, so probably... that took my words out of my mouth. That move up. Okay, I'm just using the trend line as like a guide. Like I'm not like putting all my weight onto it, but pretty much I'm using this doji here as my guide here. Like, does it, you know, you have 3 candles down, it should in theory reject here at this doji. I pushed exit. I didn't really mean to though. Try this again. I should have scaled out when it went down. Okay, so now dun, 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 dun. See if it rejects here or if it's going to there. A lot of times you'll see it reject here. No. Okay. So I want to see it touch this line, reject. But that area is up higher. So that's the only other thing, like, that makes it's a little suspect. It's up there. If this would have touched into here like 50%, I would have thought about, we have to include that fucking spread. I keep forgetting about it. So It's probably like a point or two right now, so you have to include that in like any levels you're shooting for. I'm gonna scale out. I'm gonna take profits right there, because it could just whip up so fast. You have to do that, or else you're gonna get screwed over a lot. So 1, 2, 3. Just a tap and go. SPX doesn't really look like it's trying to bounce here though. But like I said, that level above, it might act as a magnet and pull price up to it. And then we have that area there. It's really SPX we need to be watching. Like you'll notice every time, I'm noticing every time it even pushes up a little bit, Nasdaq like kind of rips up quite a bit. So it's making me believe that Nasdaq's leaning a little bit more bullish, and then it's just kind of like waiting for SPX here maybe. All right, now I would like to see it flush to 50%, like bounce. Okay, all right, let's check this out. So there's SPX's 50%. Oh, I didn't measure there, did I? I don't think I did. It's too late now. I don't really care which direction it goes. Like, obviously it'd be cool if it filled this in, but I mean, to me it doesn't matter if it goes up there or down. I don't really care at this point. So there's your 50% touch almost. There it is. Yeah, go through it, bitch. Yeah, that wasn't really like through it enough for me to get super bearish on it or anything. Push up rejected because SPX started going down. So SPX definitely looking more bearish here than Nasdaq is. Yeah. Okay, so now it should flush. Like as long as SPX goes, it should flush down to here. I want to add on in a little pullback here. It's a swing. You see I have a lower high to the left, lower high to the right. Kind of suspicious. But if this flushes here, it should make up for all those little losses I took. They're not little, but they're little in comparison right now with the volatility. So with like a high impact news, you just want to like cut your trade if you're wrong. That's the main part, because you're gonna have to put your stop quite a ways away, and if you're wrong, you just have to cut it, because if you hold and wait for your stop to get hit, it's gonna hit your stop, and then it's gonna like 5 points away be filled, and then that's gonna really suck dick. All right, flush it. Don't you dare SMT on me here, you little slut. I'm gonna take one off right there. Ugh, that was stupid. I should have held on to it, obviously. I just didn't like how it's SMT in here. ES made it, or SPX here, made a lower low. In Q has not. I don't like that. So I got my finger on the trigger now. I'm like, I feel like any little pop is gonna pull NQ way up, which I might just add on, but I don't want to be forced into that. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Okay. So let's drop down and see what's actually going on in here. Okay, so it's a swing. Yeah, so you know, buying, selling, buying. So it should go 50%, and this is where it should. If it's gonna bounce, this is where it's gonna happen. SPX is flushing it. NQ to the tick touch. Dun 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 dun. Those poor suckers. Imagine buying here, like chasing price. Being like, oh shit, it's going up, it's going up. I'm gonna exit that based off the touch, and I'm gonna flip the script. I need to scale out here. Take one off the table. When it pushes back up, boom. Easy money, guys. Easy money. The strategy is just like fucking fire, man. Like it's so simple, and like I know exactly what I'm looking for. There's no like, there's nothing like, now that I have the like buying, selling, buying rules down, like I know exactly where I'm supposed to put the low of the fib, know where I'm supposed to put the high. I was a little bit confusing myself a couple times. I couldn't like quite figure out where I was supposed to put it, but now it's like, psh, it's all like Donkey Kong. If you're new here, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm talking to the people that come to my streams every day. Alright, so does this, I don't like that SPX went through it. So that's making me feel a little bit more bearish. Went ahead and exit. That's what I was talking about there. So I scaled out one contract, right? Went to my break even, exit. Because if it pushes down again, I'm going to get fucking raped. And I'll just chase price if I have to. I don't like that this did that. Let's drop down and figure out why. See if there's a reason for it. So yeah, buying. Yeah, I didn't have it right. So buying, selling, buying. And this one's tricky. I would think you put there, but that gap there is going to drag price down. So I'm going to go ahead and exit this, flip short. They're not going to leave that gap open. That's getting filled. Bet. So let's count the pushes here. Let's go to like a 30 second. See if we can see the pushes here. 1 minute. Yeah, so there's 3. You can see it, right? It's like a weird little trend line thing. Maybe they'll leave this open, but I don't think they will. I think they'll try to fill that. I'm going to go ahead and exit there as it came back to $100. That way I'm not taking a $300 loss, because it pushes up further. That's a huge loss. You should do that anyways, but especially if you're trading this bullshit. Which I think people say don't trade it, blah, blah, blah. Why the fuck not? It's good practice, for one. And for two, it's high volatility. It's like a fucking scalper's fucking wet dream. Yeah, I don't know. I have a different opinion about high impact news. I don't know. I feel like as long as you're like not YOLOing every single account you have and being a degenerate like piece of shit, fuck it. Like, you know, I had that CPI trade. That CPI trade changed my life. It allowed me to fucking put a bunch of money in my bank. It it was a new Bullnox account, so I had the 3 payouts, which I was stuck at the 1500. Took those, and then on the 4th I took a larger sum, but during that time I had taken, I don't know, it was like $5,000 in drawdown or something like that before I got that big withdrawal. But still, it was like $24,000 in payouts or something like that, and going from making $3,000 a month, maybe 4 if I worked a bunch of overtime, to getting that extra money, it like allowed me to like save up money, allowed me to like, you know, it changed my life. Like, which is what it did. So now I'm waiting here to see if this on a higher time frame is going to act as resistance. It appears to be. Alright, I'm going to pull the trigger, that way I don't have to risk a whole bunch. If it flushes here, I'll probably add on at least one more. Nope, I'm wrong. Alright, so to see that, I exit. I don't fuck around. Just get out of it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. This is the only other one that fits the criteria. Is that one. This one's confusing. I hate when the low is like on this side of it. Makes it confusing. I think it's that one, but it could be this too. So this is when I put 2 of them on there. So 1, 2, 3. That one fits the criteria. We need to look at all these, honestly. Yeah, that one's 50% to the tick. I'm going to add on one here. I'm not like 100 on this one. So I'm going to just enter with one contract here and see what it does. And I should have been looking at good old, see that? Yeah, bitch. So if you go, boom, boom. It didn't quite get up there, so I don't like that. It should get all the way up there, but let's, it's probably in here. There's a smaller consolidation of some sort. All right, so 3 candles in a row. I don't like the 10-second chart. 15 seconds better. Yeah, 3 candles in a row. Same color, check. So let's put it on the low there. And so I was trading like phase 1 and then phase 2, but I found that phase 2 is just so much better of a trade, and then phase 1 can be really tricky. Like sometimes it just taps it like this, and then it pulls back to there, offering only a couple ticks. But if it goes to 50% of the balanced area, and then it usually gives like a 5-hour trade or so, because you're not risking very much as long as you pull the trigger pretty quickly. Here I'm having to risk a lot because I wasn't paying attention like I should have been. Alright, so this is normal. Usually in this case, 1, 2, 3. So you would take this to this, and then this 50% should act as resistance, or the doji, one or the other. Bada bing, bada bam. Let's go. I just want to look at this one more time. See, make sure I have it right. I think on the higher time frame, it's going to be that one. This one's a really tricky one. Okay, so see how it went exactly there, like to the tick. Let's make sure we have this. That's algorithmic as fuck. That's like the algorithm, like, hey, I'm trading this shit. It's like it's raising its hand, like, hey, join me. Are you gonna fuck with this? Like, I'm trading this. It's like what I imagine it doing when I see this. I didn't scale out there like I should have. You should always scale out, because it doesn't mean like just because it rejected there, it doesn't mean it's going to go all the way back down. It just means it's going to reject. Now let's drop down and see what's actually up in here, because SPX is looking more bullish by the second here. Oosh. Ouch. That was fucked. I knew it was coming, though. I could feel it. Alright, so double topping, little action. Order flow still bearish here. Interesting. SPX made a higher high, but I need to see what is in here. What's it rejecting off of? Like, is it a valid area or is it not? So 1, 2, 3, yeah. Yeah, it's valid. So it's pretty perfect too. Let's take all this shit off here. It's too much. Nope. Yeah, they're on 2 minutes clear as day now. I can see it. Boom. And it's going past it. So let's go 1 minute and see. This one's really tricky. So this is the last one. If it can get past the 50% of this one. Now I'm just trying to find like the 3 candles in a row on that top one, what time frame that's on. Jesus. There it is. Alrighty. It looks pretty bullish to me, like it even came back, except for it didn't come back to this. It left a little inefficiency there. So that, I think that's no very bullish. But it's actually bullish right now. The fact that it didn't pull all the way back down there is pretty bullish. Alright, let's check it. Check it out now. Don't you lag, you little slut. Alright. Does it reject here? If it goes through, I'm going long, targeting the middle there. Easy trade. I prefer that trade, honestly. Alright, so now you gotta make the decision risk versus reward. Like, if I wait and it pulls back like that, now my risk is become $255. But when it first went there, it was less than $100. So you guys see this shit? Like, you can't make it up, you guys. So you're told to use the fucking order block, right? Wrong. It's fucking, they're dead wrong, guys. ICT knows this shit. I've been watching and rewatching some of his videos again to see if I can catch it. And he's a little fuck, dude. He's breadcrumbing you guys so fucking hard. It is disgusting, man. It really, it's fucked up is what it is. Like, just tell the motherfuckers, dude. Stop being a breadcrumbing little fucking dick, dude. Because he'll say certain things. I'm like, yeah, you know. Don't try to sit here and act like he knows exactly what I know. And he leaves it out. So that way he looks like a fucking god or something, pointing out little fair value gaps when it's not even the fucking fair value gap. That's what makes me sick about it. It's like he's pointing out these levels to you guys. Like, look at a fair value gap on a 1 minute chart from blah, blah, blah. But he's really just looking at what I'm looking at, lining up the 50%. And then he finds a fair value gap that lines up with it. Like this. He would find a fair value gap on a higher time frame that would line up with a balanced area like this that has the 3 down candles in a row. And find one that lines up with it. So then when price goes in that fair value gap, you're like, oh shit, that's amazing. How did he know it was going to do that? And it's not even the fucking fair value gap. It's so dick. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Dude's a genius, though. I'm not manipulative like that. I'm not like that as a human. This is not my nature, but it's tempting. Okay, so that was a really good trade there. That was like I think it was $1,000 in that one that I took off. Okay, so came back to the top here. I'm not gonna exit yet until I see it like close above there. If it closes above there, then I'll like sit here. There does seem to be some kind of like little baby channels trying to form here. So if it comes in the 50% this area here and then rejects, which I could have this wrong right now. Let's look at, we should be looking at SPX. I keep having to remind myself of that. So 3 candles in a row, it would be, I think it'd be this area here. Yeah, I think it'd be like that. So it should push down, but there is like a little, see this little like channel, little thing it's trying to form here. Last time it got me here because I added on, remember, and it pushed back right back up. So I don't want to add on here. Oh, beautiful, went through it. So now we just gotta watch SPX. Does it bounce here or push through it? Let's go to 30-second chart so we can see a little bit better. Ooh, I didn't have it right. There we go. So if, nah. Come on, push down. There we go, you fucking slut. Alright. As long as SPX doesn't bounce there, yeah. See, guys? I knew to relax as soon as it went through the 50%. I was like, okay, I can relax now. No. Boom. Easy fucking money, guys. Please, name another trader that does this on this level. I don't know any that do it live. They'll all show screenshots of back testing, but that's it. Claim they caught it when they just have a risk reward tool. That's about it. That's my competition out here. I think there's that Dave Teaches guy. Like, I've watched a few of his streams, and he's a real trader. That dude's legit. The rest, though, are just pretty lame. Pretty much all of them, actually. Except for him. He's the only one that I've seen that, like, I respect as, like, a trader. Like, he's coming up with his own way of looking at price. He's not fucking riding on fucking someone's back, copycatting them, just repeating what they say all the time, which I respect that because it's really easy to watch an ICT video and then just remake it. You know, you can use AI to get the transcript, the step-by-step process, and fucking, it's really easy to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and exit there. I wasn't prepared here. I don't know. I didn't measure this or anything. So I'm almost back to break even now. Jesus, I was almost at the loss. Alright, so now that I'm back to break even, should be pretty smooth sailing here. And now I'm in the flow with the market. Alright, so now I'm just watching SPX. I need to put this line on this high here because these highs will act as support for the first pass. Like it just did there. See that? That's phase one. This is phase one right here. When you have a big inefficiency like this, phase one, top. Pull back to balance right there. And then 50%. It's like on fucking repeat because it's programmed. You can program a computer to do this, I guarantee it. Because it's the way I've like set it up is like through like coding, like the way like the 3 candles in a row. It all comes from me trying to code an indicator a couple weeks ago. This is where this all started from. Like obviously I've had my like price delivery dynamics. I've been like slowly learning it, but the coding of the indicator is what actually like forced me to simplify it, like because I couldn't, me and the dude couldn't figure it out how to code an inefficiency. It's too It's too hard of a thing to code. And like fast, yeah, price is fast, yeah. So you're looking for like imbalance. I'm not looking for fair value gaps, so I can't use that. The only other thing is candles in a row. And then I did the testing. I saw like 2 candles now. That doesn't, the balance out of 2 candles in a row doesn't do very well. But 3 and above, yeah, it does, as you guys are seeing. So this, see how it went through that? It's likely to push up, but I'm having to consider SPX here. I'm just waiting to see if it goes through this little doji here. Yeah, it did. I don't really trust this. Let's measure this shit here. Let's go from there to there and see. Yeah, let's see if it rejects here. Sometimes it rejects here because it's a higher time frame. You know, like buying, selling, and then this would be buying. This one's it's weird though. Like sometimes it works, a lot of times it doesn't. But I like to look for it. My stance remains bearish. I haven't really taken any longs, and there's a reason for that. It's because I'm leaning more bearish at the moment. Even though we have this area up here and it could go there right now, it could rip right up there right now. So I'm gonna wait a second here on this trade because I don't like how it went past it a little bit. It shouldn't do that. I want the ones that the algorithm is like, hey, those are the ones I want. I want like the hey, I'm here algorithm, like SPX is right now. Is like that. Alright. I'm gonna take a swing at this. 1 contract first. Now 2. Now 4. If this loss is gonna hurt. Don't you do it, you motherfucker. And that loss sucked. I got greedy. It's probably gonna pull back anyways, but I don't want to risk the extra. You know, like every push up's like $500. I'm not trying to risk that. All right, there it is. All right, now I'm gonna wait for it to get farther away this time, because like I said, it didn't. I don't have it right. Never mind. It's really, really close. It's not like. Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, Nasdaq looks like it wants to go here. Let's see what this doji looks like up to there. Let's give it just a little bit more space here. It should work though. If you put on the doji, it was like exact. At least need to make sure SPX's is pretty exact too. It's not quite as exact. I really don't like this volume imbalance, how it was able to close above it there, but I think we should be good. It's consolidating. There we go. Get it, bitch. Now I'm going to try to be prepared ahead of time this time. Take one off right there. It's almost $2,000, so take another one off. And I'm probably going to switch to a 50K account. They're just easier for me to pass. I like I don't know what it is, honestly. It's hard to figure out sometimes. Like a 50K account I can pass and fucking a lot easier than a 100K account. I think it's because the drawdown to profit ratios more in line. So see how it did that there? That's why you scale out with this strategy. You have to. It's non-negotiable. I'm gonna go ahead and exit there, and then just re-enter if it shows bearishness again. Can we just double topping here? Oh, I didn't think. This is probably a Browning formation. And watch for that shit. So SPX pushed past it, but it didn't quite reach last time. We put this here. SPX didn't quite get all the way up to its, it didn't go 50%. So that's unmitigated. That's like to that algorithm, that's like a no. That's like, no, that doesn't work. So you'll see them push price all the way back up just to fill that in a lot of times. So here's your last doji right here. So it's like, it's going to reject now or it's going to go through it. It's going through it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go fucking long. Because now we know. Now we know where now we know. Like there's no doubt it's going here. Like it's going to that bottom of that first. There's no doubt in my mind now. Sometimes though, in this case, see how NQ did not push up through? See that? It double topped when SPX pushed all the way up through. That usually is not a very, that's not bullish. It's not bullish at all. It's usually bearish. Especially as Nasdaq as the follower here. So now I'm just waiting. I want it to push up, so let me scale out. There we go. All right, I'll leave one contract on for my stop. I'll allow it to come down to the top here, like it did here, but that's it. This is a double top trap. It may pull back down to here and then up. We'll probably use a trend line here. This is one area I like to use trend lines for this. If I'm like unsure, like I'm sure it's going there, but it didn't get above that high like SPX. If it would have got above that high, that would have been gold, but it did not. All right, so I think this is what they're gonna do. They're going to do some trickery shit here. So buying 1, 2, 3. Let's go here. Yeah, past the 50% already. I'm gonna add on to this. We just have to watch SPX. This is what makes it difficult is watching ES and SPX because they control price right now. I'd much rather trade in Q when it's in control. If see that 50% of that, I was looking at SPX. I wasn't looking at this one. So it pulled back to balance. It's pulling back to balance. Now I'm just waiting to see if they'll give me an out. They did not give me an out. So that one's blown. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. All right, let's restart. Talking all that shit and I blow a fucking account. All right, now we're above here again. So let's go. Where is it? It's going here. Look at that gap on SPX, big old gap there. Alright, so we only have 2 candles in a row here. This does not qualify as balance on the 30-second chart yet. SPX, beautiful push up. I don't know why I didn't close my puts there. I wasn't paying attention. So this was probably you had your first push, false move, and this is the actual move taking place here. All right, so $500. And take one off right there. Now I'm gonna like do my hardest not to get in drawdown, because it's really easy to like, you know, once you get in drawdown to like slippery slope. But if you can stop that from even beginning, it's pretty easy to pass these in like, you know, a couple minutes with this volatility. Especially at 50K, I only have to make 3,000. Like, I don't understand why people, like, I don't even know why I bought that 100K account. It makes no fucking sense. I paid an extra $20 or $15 for an extra 500 in drawdown, but then I have to reach 2 times as much in profit. Like, what? That's why I never understood why people like the larger accounts. Like, what's the upside? Like, I don't see an upside for me. Because instead of 3,000, now I got to make fucking 6, and I only have $500 more in drawdown. Like, fuck that. It's a ripoff. Alright, so like I said, it's going to the red there, so there's no reason for me to exit full or anything yet. I'll just scale out. Yeah, so there's $1,200 profit. So I'm almost halfway done with this eval. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. You guys do what you want, but I don't know. I'm not purchasing 100K accounts anymore. I just passed. Last night I passed. I don't know. 1, 2, 5 top step evals. I think one of them was 100K. 4, yeah. So 3 on top step X, and then 1 on the normal connection. All right, so now, is it going to do the phase 1? Look at SPX ripping, and look at NQ. Look at this little bitch. It ain't doing nothing. Look at it. Look at that. Look at this. This is he's being a little weak. He's weak. That's a weak product right there. It's a weakling. This is like he's like a closed-minded trader right now. That's a this is a closed-minded trader's growth compared to someone that's not. Someone that's open to learning whatever the fuck comes across them, take it in and look at them for themselves. That's their growth. This is a closed-minded trader. Very slow, minimal, nothing's really happening. They're not growing as a trader, not growing as a person. It's kind of stagnant. Stagnant of the loss, losing, because they're closed-minded. And I know a lot of you guys have been like indoctrinated with ICT, but like, if what I showed you today does not change your fucking mind, like, you're a lost cause, bro. Not trying to be a dick, but you need to really like meditate or something, or like check yourself. Cause like, yeah, you're not. It's super obvious that you got fucking breadcrumbed and lied to me anyways. I don't know, like, now that you know this, go listen to his videos and you'll hear it, those little, he says it without saying it, like in a bunch of like cryptic ways, and you hear him like laugh. It's like when he laughs for no fucking reason. You're like, what's the dude laughing at? It's because he's laughing at like you're he's laughing and manipulating you. It's fucked up. But he got 1 million subscribers and now he's making 70K a month from fucking views. So probably more now. It's probably 100K a month now from YouTube alone. All right, I'm gonna exit there. I'm gonna wait now and see what it's gonna do. It's consolidating, so price never goes like up and up. Very rarely, no. It goes like this and then it goes up. Like, but we're on a 30-second chart, so you have to like be aware of that. Like, be aware. So it hasn't stopped one time framing. When that takes place, I'll look for price to come down to here. All right, there it is. Take that off at $700 profit. See, if you do it like micro scalps like that, I bet you could, like, especially with the volatility, you could fucking clean up. A lot of my profit on the last account I gave back, like waiting, like pulling back and like trying to decide what I think it's gonna do. But with the volatility like that, we can't really do that like we do normally. Because normally it's like $50, maybe 3 points or so, but now it's, you know, I don't know how many points is that bar. 20. It's a 20-point bar. All right, so now it went through that, right? Yeah. So now it should at least go to the top of here. The spread there. It's 2 points though. Ish. Should use a stop loss. You ain't gonna pull back, are you? Makes me so angry. It's alright though. Let's see what the damage is. Minus 700. Smaller size. Alright, 3 candles in a row there, so you can take this area here and look at it as balance. If it rejects it to 50%, you can short. If it goes through it, you can go long. All right, there it went through it. You have to be willing, if it goes back below your entry price, you have to be willing to exit though.